An Oklahoma man has been charged with murder in the fatal shooting of a beloved Kansas priest. All right, so you see the two characters here. You see the priest, and you see the guy accused of gunning down the priest here on the left. All right. So, first-degree murder, a fatal shooting of a Catholic priest at a church rectory in northeast Kansas, authorities said Friday. Officers called to the St. Peter and Paul Catholic Church in Seneca on Thursday afternoon found Arul Karasala with gunshot wounds, outside the rectory. The Nemaha County Sheriff's Office said in a Facebook post. The 57-year-old priest was taken by ambulance to a hospital where he died. Sheriff's deputies and officers with the Seneca Police Department later arrested Gary Hermesh of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Hermesh is 66 years old, charged Friday and held in the Nemaha County Jail in lieu of $1 million bond. County Attorney Brad Lippert said Friday in a written statement. So this guy on the left here is 6 foot, age 66. That's interesting because you see the 6 and the 6 right there in that picture. You see that with the height, with the booking photo or whatever. You see that? The 6 and the 6, and he's age 66. That's pretty damn interesting right there. Okay. The charging complaint said that Hermesh intentionally, with premeditation, killed Karasala. Okay. Lippert did not return phone and email messages Friday seeking information. And again, that's the county attorney. Authorities have not released a possible motive for the shooting or said whether the suspect and the priest knew each other. Chris Anderson, the parish's director of religious education, told the AP on Thursday. Oops. Sorry about that. Am I awake? I think I'm awake. So let's play the video over here. I have a 2-minute clip. We'll play this.
We are also following breaking news up in northeast Kansas, where the man charged with murdering a local priest faces a judge for the first time. That shooting happened yesterday afternoon at a church in Seneca, Kansas, west of St. Joseph. The victim, Father Arul Karasala.
We can refresh that. Live, but not
We are
live,
also following breaking news up in northeast Kansas, where the man charged with murdering a local priest faces a judge for the first time. That shooting happened yesterday afternoon at a church in Seneca, Kansas, west of St. Joseph. The victim, Father Arul Karasala, died later at an area hospital. Seneca is about a 2-hour drive from Kansas City, not far from the Nebraska line. 66-year-old Gary Hermish from Tulsa was arrested right after it happened. KMBC 9's Krista Tatchell is in Seneca getting answers.
Hey Gary, can you tell me why you came back home? Why'd you come back home?
When?
66-year-old Seneca native Gary L. Hermish drove from his Tulsa, Oklahoma home and allegedly shot Father Arul Karasala multiple times Thursday afternoon.
This was one of Father's pride and joy that he ain't going to get to see, but he'll see it.
Karasala served this church since 2011. He was beloved to many.
Very giving.
He was very giving, very giving. People would go to him all the time, and if they were in trouble, they needed some help, they'd go to Father.
Hermish and his 8 siblings grew up in and around Seneca. He graduated in 1977 from Nehama Valley High and tried for 2 years to become a priest, but abandoned the effort. Friday, flowers were laid, prayers were said in honor of a man who had a ready smile and an open door to all. Hermish, if convicted, could face life in prison. He is currently being held on a $1 million bond. Krista Tatchell, KMBC 9 News.
A preliminary hearing for Hermish has been set for April 15th. Sheriff's deputies aren't saying if the suspect knew the priest, and there is no word yet on services for Father Carasala. According to the church website, he joined the parish in July 2011. He was ordained in March 1994, joining a diocese on the southeast coast of India. He was invited to Kansas in 2004 to serve in the Archdiocese of KCK. He became an American citizen in May 2011.
Okay, so Father, you know what? I'm gonna go. I didn't enter it like that in the calculator because I didn't come up with anything with the names here. But let me go ahead and with that victim's name, let me put Father there in front. Okay, so right there, I think I might have caught. Look at this. He's got 67 there. Like the shooter. Okay, check that out. You get 67 like Gary Hermish or Hermesh. It kind of looks like Hermesh, right? He said Hermish though. But look at that. You get a 67 match with Father Arul Karasala and Gary Hermish there. You see that? 67. And I think in reverse right there, I think today as I speak right now, oh, actually never mind. Scratch that. I don't know why I was thinking Valentine's Day because I'm out here in Arizona and Arizona's Valentine's birthday. I was thinking that which would leave 320 days in the year. I don't know why I was thinking that. But anyways, we can go ahead and leave that there and watch when you see these connections here, okay? Because again, this was trending on 4/4, y'all. Okay, so this happened on 4/3 and trending on 4/4. What are the chances? Oklahoma man charged with murder, fatal shooting of a beloved Kansas priest. Oklahoma man equates to 193 in gematria, and that's the 44th prime number. Okay, and trending on Friday, 4/4, April 4th. Kill equals 44. Kansas priest equals 44. And shooting equals 44. Okay, like for real? All right, you see, authorities said Friday an Oklahoma man has been charged with first-degree murder in the fatal shooting of a Catholic priest. So trending Friday, 4/4, April 4, but it happened on Thursday. Look, you see the 4/4 with the article. It happens 4/3 Thursday. Look, killing equals 43. You see? So you get the April 3 with killing, 4/3. And then trending on 4/4, and the authorities let us know about this. Can you believe it? Oklahoma man 193, the 44th prime, kill Kansas priest, and shooting all equal 44. And let's not forget, with this trending on 4/4, that's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. That's his death anniversary. All right. So, and that was a shooting. Martin Luther King, Dr. Jr., shot dead while standing on a balcony outside his second floor room at the Lorraine Motel in Memphis, Tennessee. So now we get another shooting here on the anniversary. All right. It's not a coincidence. I want you to notice the 68 right there, okay? That assassination in 68. Look, Catholic priest equals 68. Okay? Right? First degree murder. Oklahoma man charged. Fatal shooting of a Catholic priest at a church rectory in northeast Kansas. Authorities said. Okay? You see that? And, investigation, I guess, still underway, right? We didn't get many details here. You see that? Catholic priest 68. And check this out. It isn't, I asked Google, is a priest similar to a minister? Because look, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was a Baptist minister. Minister may be used as a collective term for vocational or professional pastoral leaders, including clergy, bishops, deacons, and priests. You see that? With MLK Jr. being a minister, and now we get this Catholic priest dead in this shooting, trending on MLK Jr.'s death anniversary, and a minister has synced up with the priest. Check that out, right? Wow. That's amazing, okay? And no possible motive released for the shooting or said whether the suspect and the priest knew each other. Okay? From what we know, an older man walked up to the priest, who, Karasala, the last name, father, and shot him 3 times. The priest's death left people in shock in Seneca, a city about 2,100 people, where Karasala had been the pastor of Saints Peter and Paul Catholic Church since 2011, according to his profile on the parish website. Wow. Okay. And this priest appears to be I don't know the ethnic background. I don't want to assume that this is a black priest. He's kind of a darker tone, if I'm going with this connection with MLK Jr. But I don't want to speculate on that. He's got darker skin, but I don't know, right? But you see him right there. And that's, what a shame, right? How history repeats like that. Okay? It is a shame. This is how they keep everything balanced in the world, okay? Right? This is how they keep everything balanced with these stories like this. And, hopefully we get, or actually, now that the days passed, like we don't hear that, right? Like I didn't hear one time about the MLK Jr. death anniversary. I knew it was. I know. And I knew at the time, on Friday, but you don't hear it. Like they don't, I'll scroll up and down Facebook. I didn't see one damn I didn't see one damn post on Facebook. You know, they'll throw all this stuff in your face. I didn't see nothing on the death anniversary, MLK Jr. Okay? It's the 57th anniversary. Okay? That shooting was in 68. Remember, Catholic priest equals 68. Minister connected to priests, right? MLK Jr., the minister. Fatal shooting equals 57 in the reduction cipher. And it's the 57th anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. being shot. We get both these shootings. Okay? The 50 and trending on the 57th anniversary. And look, it was a 57-year-old priest on top of that. And fatal shooting equals 57. All right? Wow. Okay, come on, right? And you see the reduction cipher, it's going to be all single digits, 26 letters in the alphabet. So at J it starts the double digits. J is the 10th letter. So you want single digits, so you just add the double digits together and reduce to a single digit. Okay? So fatal shooting 57 in the language here, and fatal shooting you see of this priest, Kansas priest, and you see how this is right in the title. Oklahoma man shoots him, charged. And then he's 57 years old. Wow, let's check out this other video. Wow.
A Tulsa man is arrested in connection to the shooting death of a priest in Seneca. The KBI says Nemaha County Sheriff's deputies and Seneca police officers found Father Arul Karasala shot outside the Saints Peter and Paul Catholic Church rectory Thursday afternoon. He died in the hospital. Our sister station in Topeka talked to parishioners about Father Karasala's impact on their lives.
In fact, my grandson was the first baby he baptized. And I kept telling Father, you have to stay until he graduates the 8th grade, and that will be next year. But Father won't be here. But he was a wonderful person. He was very personable, and he did a great job.
Law enforcement booked the man into the Nemaha County Jail on suspicion of first-degree murder. KSN does not name suspects until they are charged.
All right. And I don't even know off the top of my head here. It is like 3:30 a.m. as I record this, but I don't even know Catholic priests. I don't know if there's like a race bias with becoming a Catholic priest. I don't know. But yeah, this is completely connected with the death anniversary. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And remember his birthday, 1/15, killing equals 115 as well. Okay. Wow. Baptist minister, activist, and political philosopher who was one of the most prominent leaders in the civil rights movement. Okay, so I mean, 100% connected. With that death anniversary. Yeah, that's amazing, man. Fatal shooting 57-year-old priest, 57th anniversary. The shooting of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And these are all just stories, okay? And then this trending on 4/4, wow. And again, Catholic priest 68, that MLK Jr. death in 68. Trending on Friday, 4/4. Kill 4/4, Kansas priest 4/4, shooting 44, Oklahoma man 193, the 44th prime number. So no motive released. We get another story here. Absolutely by the code. Okay, 100% without a doubt here. Okay, this is all by the language. You know, some would say the numbers, as these letters have numerical values. Okay. There's probably more here if I go into Oklahoma. Oklahoma does have the flag that kind of looks like the gun, right? Okay, but Oklahoma man has been charged with murder in the fatal shooting of a beloved Kansas priest. And remember the picture, the mugshot. You had the double sixes on like that height chart. You saw the double sixes, right? And remember the shooter, age 66. Okay. Shout out to y'all. Daily Decodes 812. Apologize about the alarm earlier. I don't really edit these videos, so that is what it is. Real person. But anyways, no laughing situation here. We do get a RIP supposedly with this priest, okay? So until next time, Daily Decodes 812. Peace.